Cast your minds back to earlier this year when Kotaku was going through a bit of a transitionary period, not the one that they're accustomed to writing about, but their editor-in-chief swiftly exited after the edict from on high came down from Geo Media that, why doesn't our games website write about video games anymore? Yeah, we need to start having them focus on writing game guides and stuff that's pertinent to the industry instead of your social justice cause du jour. And after that was sent down from on high, well, the Jen Glennon had enough, resigned after 5 months in her role, and since the end of March, Kotaku has been even more rudderless than we're used to seeing, which has led to the unchecked rise of the Alyssa Mercantes of the world, which we'll talk about in the very near future, because, oh boy, did she get herself into a sticky situation recently as well. But Kotaku's also home to several other clowns in the industry, okay? This Sprague Rockestani or something like that. I have no idea who this dude is, okay? And neither will you in about a month's time. Or probably even by the end of this segment in this video, but Kotaku employee attacking Grums and labeling him a grifter. Yeah, and at this point in time, and even as Grums points it out in the quote tweeted section of this, because the German mustache men from the 1940s, it doesn't stick anymore, so they moved on to grifter, and no, they can't define that word either. Yeah, beware NPC programming is trying to adapt. Yes, that's just the new update. Everybody that I don't like is a grifter. What's a grifter? Die! But according to Sprague here, a grifter is anyone who is willing to run a culture war crusade against people living their lives while profiting off of it and producing nothing of tangible substance. In your case, it's pretending to care about gaming and profiting off your followers. Yeah, Mark Kern, noted fake games enthusiast that used to work at Blizzard and World of Warcraft. He's just faking being a part of the games industry for decades. But this is funny coming from a Kotaku author trying to say that somebody else is running a culture war crusade against people living their lives while profiting off of it. Yeah, and producing nothing of tangible substance. I wish a part of the severance package that Kotaku is going to give their employees once they eventually close their doors involves a heaping helping of self-awareness, because that would go a long way to these people continuing their careers in any fruitful manner. But as you can see here is a Kotaku staff editorialist. All bodies are valid, and then sullying an otherwise good cause. But this is highlighted here by Old Man Grim. I'm really tired of all these Kotaku assholes. That's a word. And their shit takes on everything. That website seriously can't go out of business fast enough. When it does, I think I'm going to throw a celebration party. Oh yeah, Kotaku has definitely been the bane of, I was going to say the games industry, but no, just culture in general for a very, very long time. But yeah, of course he has that pinned to his X account, which we went over this article and how much crap it had. Proud of the article I helped research for. So you didn't even author that slop? I just typed away on a keyboard, and I helped, guys. I helped. And here, is this woketard is attacking Minimal Effort Podcast, because it's clearly he missed the point of Tebow's post. Yeah, like most of these low IQ woketards usually do. Do you have brain damage? Are we reading the same thing? Do you misunderstand how volunteer-based nonprofits work at all? Yeah, by funneling money from a charity to pay for their executives, but more on that in a future video. That's the quality of people that Kotaku currently employ, Alyssa Mercante. Our friend Sprague right here. But today is the day where they had to announce brand new leadership in the form of Austin Williams, and he is named the editor-in-chief of Kotaku. Geo Media has named Austin Williams as the editor-in-chief of Kotaku, one of the nation's leading digital media outlets for gaming guides, tips, reviews, and news. Gaming guides, huh? Well, sure. That was the problem and why he needed to be on the lookout for a new EIC. Williams' decade of digital publishing experience spans roles in a number of top entertainment outlets, including Complex Networks, I don't know about that, BuzzFeed, aren't they closed down? BET Digital and Vibe Magazine, so a lot of gaming related content. His speciality is identifying, serving and growing passionate online fan communities. He will report to Leah Goldman, of course, Geo Media's deputy editorial director. Austin understands the zeitgeist and how to mine it. He is a preternatural digital editor with strong commercial instincts. Austin's addition to Kotaku is a milestone moment in the brand's 20-year history. Kotaku has always led with a distinct voice and point of view while also understanding that at its core, it's fan first. yeah, the people that ran loudly and proudly with the Gamers Are Dead articles back in 2014, the ones who continued the attack earlier this year with the upstart of Gamergate 2. Yeah, good stuff, okay. Ran knowingly false and defamatory articles against Cabrutus and the SBI detected Steam account. We're fan first over here at Kotaku. Holy. I look forward to bringing my extensive experience in cultivating and serving fandoms across the digital entertainment spectrum and working with a smart and spirited Kotaku team to take the site to even greater heights. And I'm sure, based on your previous work record, which I have pulled up here, okay, the stuff that he's worked on, he has 357 works to his name, which is impressive if you just started a week ago, but he has worked for, 16 different clients. Mike.com, where he writes a lot about, I guess, rappers and stuff like that. Vibe.com. Ella Mai is back to claim her crown as the queen of cuffing anthems. Okay. Writing about, future, something that your new employer doesn't have, or Vibe.com. So a lot of stuff at Vibe. Not seeing a lot of gaming related stuff. Actually, none at all as we continue to go down here, but I'm sure he's going to be an excellent hire. But taking a look at, the rest of his record, you see that his Instagram is private, and you can also see, by his follower counts. Like, this guy was highly in demand. This is also something that he uses on the regular. Apparently, even though his account is private, he has already updated his bio to say editor-in-chief at Kotaku.com, and he's a media studies professor at CCNY, Cunny, right? They hired him just because he's in the neighborhood, but okay, cool. Maybe he just has the Instagram for posterity. Maybe he's far more active over on Twitter. Oh, he is. He's got a much bigger following over on Twitter. Updated his bio, but he's also locked his account. His posts are protected. Well, whenever we see something like that, we kind of know what we're going to be dealing with here. And every single time Kotaku hires an incredibly racist editor-in-chief to the surprise of absolutely no one. I'm in an office full of white people today. Pray for me, because they don't season their lunch. White people really are the rudest MFers on the planet. I mean, I guess you just don't travel all that often. And then finally, working with white people, definitely a top 5 emotionally draining experience. I hear it's right up there with streaming. I have that on good authority from the likes of Hassan and from some fat kid over at FaZe Clan. But that's who Kotaku is going to decide to put at the wheel of their quickly sinking ship. You think that Austin Williams and his articles, his lucky day lets love bloom on cherry forest, that's going to add a lot to the video game conversation. Or Will Smith's just the two of us and the protection that comes with his love is somehow going to translate to deep and meaningful insight. It comes to breaking down Black Myth Wukong, but we already know that for the better part of the year, Kotaku's already had their review of that already written and how problematic it is. And I'm sure that the new guy in charge is going to be a lot like the old guy that was in charge, or old girl that was in charge, that was just so against all the game guides. Okay, we're so against gaming journalism that I'm just going to throw a fit, and that how she firmly believed the decision to invert Kotaku's editorial strategize to deprioritize news in favor of guides is fundamentally misguided given the current infrastructure of the site. That focusing on video game related topics was antithetical to the direction that is very much so killing Kotaku and the greater games journalism industry. You'll love to see it at this point in time, and all of the outlets that have this type of perpetual brain rot you're seeing implode in real time. All of the written outlets are dying. Some of the second wind in this case, being blown out of the sails of those jumping off point platforms. I'm hoping that this implosion is also going to coincide with the implosion of the greater mainstream media, leading to a much more prosperous, a much more enticing 2025, because 2024, we're just a little bit better than halfway through the year, and to be completely honest, I'm about fed up with it, but it's only going to get crazier from here, guys. What insanity does the rest of the year hold for us on the sandy shores of Kotaku? And no, I'm not just talking about the discharge out of Alyssa Mercante's. Anyways, with all that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.